Hello guys, this is Jay Vice and tonight I'll be sharing with you my cheap yet very effective Serie A team. For this squad, I have the 4-1-2-1-2 formation, which is the formation I usually use. Okay, so for my goalkeeper, I have Samir Handanovic. I have used a Buffon before. I also have used a Marchetti and a Diego Lopez, but so far I have noticed that this goalkeeper is the best in the Serie A. I mean, this guy just makes wonderful acrobatic saves that Buffon and Lopez can't do. He's very consistent and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes too. So, and that's all I really ask for a goalkeeper. Someone like Samir Handanovic. For my center back, I have Giorgio Chiellini, very solid defender. As you can see, he has 87 defending and 86 physicality. I mean, this man is made out of steel. Uh, he's so strong and he's so good that he doesn't really need that pace. I mean, he has decent pace for a center back, but usually doesn't really need that because he just outmuscles strikers and just grabs possession from them. And if you have a defender that strong and a defender as agile and quick as Cáceres, you'll be very hard to break down. Martin Cáceres is, I think, just the perfect combination for Giorgio Chiellini. I have tried Barzagli with Chiellini before, but I've noticed that it's just sometimes a little bit too slow. I just get overpowered sometimes with some sweaty teams. And since Cáceres has been here, I mean, I've been skeptical at first because he's only 79 rated, but don't let the rating fool you. He's a solid defender. He's not only fast, but he's also a very solid defender. And for my left back, I usually use Stefan Radu. Uh, Radu is not the fastest of left backs, but one thing about this footballer is he just he's always in the right positions, and I've noticed also that he doesn't go up the pitch that much too. And I think if you don't get the pitch that often, you won't really need that lots of pace because you're always in the right position. And not a lot of wingers can get past through this guy. I mean, 81 defending and 78 physicality is just it's that's almost center back attributes. It's a very solid player. For my right back, I use Konko. Um, this guy gets forward more often than Radu, and he's only 76 rated, but he is just so fast and he is very strong. 86 pace for a right back is not often, and 80 physicality too. That's just a perfect match. I'm telling you, not a lot of wingers can get past through this guy. I mean, this guy is, is a beast on the right back position, and it's very cheap too. Very cheap. I think it just goes for like 800 coins, something like that. Very good buy. And for my central defensive midfielder, this is a very important position in this formation. And there's no other player better in that position in the Serie A than Arturo Vidal. This footballer is just a complete package. He's just a complete player. His stats just says it all. He can do everything. He's Mr. Everything. He can defend. He's strong. He's fast, and he also intercepts the ball very well for me, which is very important in this position. Uh, he's one of the main reasons why I've been winning a lot of games. This guy is the heartbeat of this team. He uh, he just does everything so well. A complete player. Nothing, nothing much more to say. For my right midfielder or right winger, it's not really that surprising. A a constant face for a lot of teams in FIFA, especially Australia teams, is Juan Cuadrado. Juan Cuadrado, I'm sorry. 93 pace, really good shooting too for a winger. Crazy dribbling, very strong, and has a 5-star skill moves. I mean, that's just crazy. And he hasn't scored a lot of goals for me nor created a lot of assists. But I'll tell you what he does is he stretches up defenses. This guy just outpositions a lot of defenders because of his pace and it's because of his trickery. And you can't really put that in the stat sheets. And you know if that happens when defenders when your opponent's defenders are outpositioned, it usually leaves strikers behind. It usually leaves strikers space for them to score goals. And you know what I'm talking about. And you can't really put it on a stat sheet. And he does it so well, Juan Cuadrado. For my for my other left winger, for my other winger, the left side, you can use an El Sharawi. He's also a if you want to skill, if you're a skiller, you can use an El Sharawi. But I'm a more direct kind of player, so I usually use Gervinho for that extra pace. Uh, Overall, he's a good player. He's a bit one-dimensional with only 3-star skill moves, but overall, he gets the job done. I mean, he's quick, he can pass. I mean, he's a pretty good all-around player. And for my central attacking midfielder, I have no other than the poor man's Lionel Messi, Dries Mertens. I'll tell you what's so good about this guy. I mean, his his sprint is just it's good. But what makes this player so deadly is the way he changes directions on top speed so well. I mean, you may have noticed this with a lot of players is when you're sprinting, you're running the ball and you want to change to a direction. You usually lose the ball because you have to stop for a fraction of a second. But this guy just runs straight and if you want to go right, he just goes right without any pauses. And that's just he's just so deadly. And together with that pace and together with that pace is also a very good passing rating. This guy is not only all about speed, but he can also pass. So he's such a quality player. Dries Mertens. He's a must-have for all swinging Serie A teams. I highly recommend this player. For my first striker, um, nothing unusual. Of course, a legendary Victoria Barbo, a household name for all FIFA sweaty teams. Why? Why is he so popular? Just look at that pace. That's just really good pace. And with that pace comes really good physicality. This guy is strong too. I mean, this guy is not one-dimensional. A lot of strikers are just all about pace. Some are all just all about physicality. But this guy is like 2 in 1. He's only 75 rated. How is he only 75 rated? I don't know. But that doesn't tell the whole story. This guy is a playmaker. This guy scores goals. He's in the good. He's always in a good position, and he's just. There's no wonder why people like this guy in this game. He's very cheap too. So nothing much to say. I mean, this guy is just the bomb. And if you pair up a beast like a Barbo to a striker with some quality like Tevez, you'll be scoring goals up front. I mean, Carlos Tevez, I know a lot of people are skeptical to use this player because of his work rates, because of his high work rates. But if you know how to do long shots, that wouldn't be a really big problem. And his pace, he's just a complete player too. His pace is crazy. He's strong. He's like an Barbo almost, with some quality and just a little bit shorter. But this guy is just quality and beast in one card. Hands hands down to this player, Carlos Tevez. And as you can see, this is probably not the most impressive team. My overall thought about this team is it doesn't look that fancy, but it's just so balanced, you know, and an advantage you have with a lot of players is that is the psychology part. I mean, I have beaten a lot, not for bragging, but I have literally beaten a lot of of teams, uh, of teams who are way more expensive than this team, but I have beaten them because of the I believe because of the psychological effect. I mean, when you start a game and you look at the squads, you usually, I mean, if you look at a squad like this, you wouldn't really be that scared because it's just a typical team. But but if you know, I'm telling you, if you know how to use this team, it's very, you will be a very dangerous bad man. So I recommend this to you guys. If you have any comments, just don't hesitate. I'm open to all criticisms, and I really hope I really hope that you like the video, guys. Thank you for watching.